We're back to Receptive Radio, your tuning station, but the Activate Your Prosperous Life Summit is still live and going, and you're still invited. And I would invite you to join, press the free link in the comments and in the chat above to join the Activate Your Prosperous Life. This summit, I've had many testimonials from the speakers, from people being in the summit, and some of them have said this is the best summit they've ever experienced, they've ever been a part of, and how organized it was, and how so much opportunity for up-leveling, for saying yes to your dream, for finding new collaborations, partners, mentors, coaches. It's a huge opportunity, and it's still open to you. It's still open to you. And beyond that, there is the VIP that is still open. So tonight we're having a VIP room. And if you've been looking for an answer to a question that you have right now, you can get in on that VIP room tonight. And there will be me with many coaches and mentors and leaders in business to help you, not only with your business, but anything in your life, your relationships, or money blockages too. So you may have seen me every day this month in a live stream, hosting a live stream with fabulous people. And that's the thing about me. I've been able to cultivate fabulous relationships with high frequency people throughout my entire life. It's one of my gifts. And how do I do that? I say yes to lots of things. I'm a yes person. And I don't let the why or how to do it get in the way of my yes. And that's what I want to talk about today. Maybe you're fed up with not getting the results that you are craving, that you know you deserve, that you've been putting the effort and the energy towards receiving. And got some comments here. Yes, we got people watching. Thank you for being here. I'm so appreciative. So back to, maybe you've been telling yourself you're sick and tired of not getting the results. And maybe you've been even feeling like giving up. That is a sign. That is a sign that you're ready. You're ready for support. You're ready to find the path that is going to take you to what you want. But what gets in the way of that is wavering. And so prosperity and prosperity consciousness is simple, but it's the fear and the programming of scarcity that is complex, that gets in the way of the abundance and prosperity that you want. It is the fear-based old programming that is interrupting the freedom of prosperity and abundance to flow into your life. And so how does it affect you personally? It affects you by blockages, by not understanding, by being confused, by wavering, and by confusing yourself and the universe. So you say you want something, but then your energy and your actions are no's. So then that it doesn't compute. It doesn't compute. It's like writing an instruction into a program, a computer, and then not being able to follow through on the answer that you want, right? Maybe that wasn't a good example. I'm not a computer programmer, but let's just say you want to create something, but then you're waiting for something else to happen before you can create it, instead of just creating it and not waiting for permission from anyone else to do it. Just going to my notes here. So you've done the work. You've taken tons of courses already. You've got lots of certifications. You don't need any more certifications. You need to start teaching. You need to start mentoring. You need to start offering the service that you have. But you also need to look at yourself like a mirror. Are you buying the services you need to get to where you want to go? Are you, which isn't getting more courses and certifications, it's more inner work. It's more clarity. It's more direction on how to build the audience, build the clients, build and foster the people you already have in your world with your services. And so it might not seem tangible at first about what you need, but the inner work is how the outer results show up for you. And you know that you're here for something really big because you've been getting the sign, you've been getting the message for a long time. That's why you did all the certifications. That's why you have been working with all the modalities. That's why you have been practicing. But it's not equaling what you deserve. And it's frustrating you. It's frustrating you. And it's causing you to doubt yourself, to doubt if you're any good at what you do. And here's the thing, you are really good at what you do. You're just not practiced enough at being visible, at putting direction towards revenue generating problem, like solving those, doing that work, the things that actually move the needle. You're in the habit of staying busy creating courses or creating content, but you already have so much of it. You don't need to keep creating that. You need to create people in your world that get to know you and get to talk to and communicate to how you can solve their problems and their wants and needs. So the thing is nobody else is going to do this work for you. No one else can do the inner work for you, but a guide or a mentor can guide you towards the inner work that you need so that you can get what you want. And it might sound like, oh, I just wish the strategies would work. I just wish I could implement this Facebook ad and I'll get everything and people will just click on the button. But that's not the way it actually works. It's not the way it actually works because there's so much energy going on and that confuses your strategy. That confuses your strategy because you're not opening up to receiving more of what you want. There's blind spots, there's blockages, there's old patterning, and there's the confusion around saying one thing but doing the other. So for example, I was on a call the other day with somebody and they're fed up with not making the money and also in love with what they're doing. So many of you might be in love with what you're doing. You know it's what you're here to do because you know it has an impact in the world that you know you're here to make, but you're struggling. You're fed up with not making the money. But as soon as a way is shown to you on how you can clear that blockage, you don't want to receive it because you don't want to pay for it. And this is the disconnect. There's always a price for more power. You have to pay to play. You got to pay with money, time, energy, commitment, and forward movement. You have to keep moving forward. And you have to keep in the consistent, coherent decision that this is what I want, so this is what I have to do to get there. But if you're inquiring for that person to help you, when you're showing up and asking for help, and expecting it for free, that's what you're going to receive back. You're not going to receive paying clients for yourself. You're only going to get free resources, and the free resources are good, but the paid resources are the ones that show you how to get where to go, how to do the income generating activities. Because the busy work doesn't make money. The relaxed, open, and receptive work, the client forward facing work, the building of the audience work, the connecting with the people regularly work, the making the offers to work with you work is how you get more people into your world and how you get people to pay you. What's Connie saying here? It is really like anything in life. We have to invest in ourselves to live the life we want. Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to invest in yourself to live the lives you want. And so here's the thing with scarcity and prosperity, because scarcity is a program that's coming from fear. And prosperity and abundance is everywhere. It's this fear of scarcity, that there's not enough, that is clouding everyone's vision. I'm talking about like collectively. And it's something that we have to be very conscious of and aware of, and watching ourselves and our habits on how we might still stay in the scarcity program with our actions. We say we want, you say you believe that the world is abundant and prosperous, but then you take actions that confuse it, that do not align with your belief or what you say you want. And all you need to do is take small steps. So like Activate Your Prosperous Life, the summit is a small step, and it's a free step to start, right? So you take that first step, you say, yes, I want this. I do want to activate my prosperous life. And I have created that opportunity for you, because that's part of who I am and what I do, is I create opportunities for portals to open, for transformation to open, for doorways to open, gateways to something that's new, even though it's old and ancient and it's been around forever, but it has been clouded by the old program of scarcity. So you take that first step, you press the button to register for the summit. And some of you have already done that, okay? Then I've give you another doorway. So it's like an initiation. You have to keep moving. Your business, your entrepreneurial journey is an initiation into deeper and deeper prosperity and abundance. But you have to keep moving through the gateways, through the doorways, and keep clearing the old programming of scarcity and not enough. And it's hard, and I don't know the way, and all that kind of stuff. If you don't know the way, you need to have guides along the way to show you the way. And so the next step is then come into the VIP for a nominal price. Right now it's $67. After the summit, it's going up to $97. And then it's filled with way more value than that. You're getting free calls with people. You're getting support. You're getting connected with more people who are on the same wavelength as you, who you start to resonate with, who you start to grow with. And then you can decide who you want to work with, And so the Activate Your Prosperous Life Summit is literally a portal. It's literally a gateway. It is carrying high frequency codes with very specialized people who are here to activate prosperity in the world. Because the scarcity consciousness program has been running for so long, there needs to be a jolt. There needs to be a movement forward that might seem unexpected, but it's actually totally perfectly lined up in the right time, There's this opening for it to open. that we've never had before. And the time is now. And when things start falling apart out in the outer world, that's this prosperity consciousness in action. The old systems start falling away so that the new systems can start taking effect. But if you waver and get afraid or hesitate or resist, you just stay in a holding pattern, you stay stuck, and you stay in that fed up, I'm sick of this, struggling, I might as well give up kind of attitude. And that attitude just reinforces the scarcity program. And we talked about this in one of the live streams with all the speakers the other day about, fostering a positive mental attitude. When you're fostering a positive mental attitude towards yourself, you can say yes to yourself. And so one of the things that I was talking to somebody on a call with was like, they were telling me that they don't want to look at their situation right now because they don't want to interfere with their manifestation. But if you don't acknowledge where you're at right now, you can't create goals to where you want to go to. So it's a disconnect, it's a blind spot, and it's a perfect place to get coaching on. It's a perfect place to clear that resistance of acknowledging where you're at so that you can decide where you want to go. But if you avoid, you're just still staying in the scarcity program. But if you look forward to it, you confront it, you head on courageously and say, yes, I want to do this. I don't know how I'm going to find the money or the time or the energy, but yes, I want to do it. Then the resource will show up in front of you. Because the answer will come. So many times I've said yes to something. I'm a yes person. I say yes to a lot of things. In order to become a speaker, I had to say yes to speaker training. In order to become an author, I had to say yes to writing a book. And in order to say yes, in order to start doing my purpose work, I had to say yes to learning sales and marketing. And I had to say yes to quitting the old job that took up all my time. So you just have to know what you want. You don't have to know how you're going to get what you want. But when you start informing the universe with small steps, like taking the first step, registering for the summit's not over. The summit is a portal, like I said, and it is going to be living for the whole year and beyond potentially. So you can still get into it. And you still can get it for free for a few more days and take advantage of the free resources. But the VIP is at such a nominal price so that you can get in and get deeper, more valuable support, plus get into the proximity of the people who are leading this change in the world, who are on the frontier, who are pioneering this consciousness coming into the world. I specifically cultivated and curated all the right people to come into this. And like I said, they've been saying this is the best summit they've ever been a part of. I've been part of summits before too, and I've had so much fun. And that's another thing. When you're not feeling positive about what you're doing and you start dreading it, that energy pushes people away from you. So staying in a positive mental attitude is of the utmost importance. And having fun and enjoying what you do is also energetically very important. And clearing the old scarcity programs that our ancestors have been programmed with, that we're programmed with, that we're connected to, is of the utmost importance, and it's the inner work that is required right now. I started that inner work a few years ago so I could be ready for now to teach it. Yes, and Connie's saying all of the conversations in the lives have been so uplifting and valuable. And there is a code, a message in there for everybody in there. So I invite you one more last time. I want you to comment in the comments if you're actually ready to start saying yes to yourself without knowing how you're going to do it. If you are ready to say yes to yourself and you don't know how, and you just want to take this risk of saying, yes, I'm ready, show me the way. I don't know how I'm going to do it. If you're ready to do that, put I'm ready in the comments. And then take the free step to register for the summit. Get connected to this valuable portal of transformation, of activation, of prosperity. And say yes to start moving through the steps, the doorways, the gateways, the portals, the initiative steps that will take you to what you want, will guide you there, and to the next yes, and the next yes, and the next yes. Because when you say yes, people say yes to you. So happy to be back on Thursdays. I'll be back next week at 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching this on YouTube and you've never seen this before, please subscribe to the channel, like and comment. And we'll be going live in the Facebook group and on the YouTube channel going forward from here. And I'll see you in the VIP room tonight as well. Have a great day.